Hi everyone, Cheryl here with another video for the Scrapping Cottage using the Cottage Cutz lantern tree like I did on my card here and on the inside. So I'm going to show you how to do the tree. I don't think I'm going to have enough time to do all the lanterns and everything, so I'm just going to show you how to do the tree airbrushing it with the Copic markers and using the silver lustry text weight cardstock from Paper Temptress. And so let's go ahead and get started. First thing you're going to want to do is cut out your pieces, and then I'm going to use the E57. It's a light walnut, and usually I'm going to see if I can move my camera down. Sorry, hope I don't make you dizzy there. Okay, so on the tree, usually you can hold it down if you don't want to get messy. I'm wearing gloves, so I'm just going to hold it up so you can see. And then you want to start with your lightest color. Now I guess you could use one brown if you wanted to, because you could always come back in, whoops, and get real close and then do your highlights or your you know, your darker color. And so I just go ahead and spray the entire tree. I did the tree in a video in a Halloween album a couple weeks back, so I had promised to do a video on this, and so here I am. Okay, you can see that. So that's the light. And now I think I'm going to use the burnt umber like I did on my trees on my card, and so that's E29. And what I do is I just get real close and go near the lines, so you can kind of see there, sorry. And so I'm just making it darker in areas where, and all the one thing that's really nice about the Cottage Cutz, on this one, if you can kind of see, there's some, like, embossing with lines on this tree. And so you just follow those, and then you can make it darker. And I don't know if in this video if you're able to see that. But so what I did was basically did the top parts of the tree dark, and some of them you can leave light if you wanted. And then I'm going where all the lines are and just making that dark. And then I go across the bottom. Because the piece that goes behind the bottom is going to be black. Okay, and so we're done with both these colors. So the next thing you're going to want to do is the piece, the piece that goes behind is going to be black. Now you can either airbrush that or use a marker and just color it. Whoops. It's really hard to pick up with gloves. Since I'm doing an airbrushing video, I'm going to show you what's the airbrush on that. And it's super easy. I mean, there's no right or wrong way to airbrush when you're doing the die cuts. And none of them look the same. I think all my trees look different. Well, they might look close. Okay, and then for the green, for the grass, if I can get that, let's see. I'm actually using, it's called Ocean Green, and it's G28. And so I'm going to use that. What I did, kind of, oh, see, I filled my pin way too much. That's what happens when you fill a pin. You get ink just pouring out. I wanted to make sure that my pins were full. and didn't realize that I filled them too much. Okay, so there's the grass. Normally you wouldn't have to hold any of these pieces. You could hold them down with tweezers and airbrush, but because I'm doing the video, that's why I figured I'd do that. So the only next pieces that I'm going to do are the door and the windows. So I'm going to take my gloves off, because those I'm not going to airbrush today, only because I want to make this video as short as possible. And so I'm going to go ahead and move the tree. The walkway, you could airbrush it too. Let's see if I could. I'm going to move this paper really quick, sorry. The walkway, I'm just going to take it and mark it with the black marker, since I don't have gloves on anymore. Should be able to see that. Okay. And so that piece is done. So now for the window and the door. So this is the door. And there's a piece that goes behind the door. Where is it? Right here. Whoops. Okay. So the piece that goes behind the door, I'm lowering my camera one more time. Basically I'm using two different colors. I'm using Y38 and Y15. And so I just start, and the same thing for the window. So if I don't have enough time in the video, because we still have to put it together, I'm just thinking in this video I'm going to do the door only. And you'll get the idea for the windows. Okay, so what I did on this was I just took the yellow and did all yellow. And then I came across, let me shut my air compressor off. I came across diagonally with the orange, the light orange, and you can kind of see, and I left the yellow in the corner right here, and so that's for behind the door. Okay, so now for the top piece I'm using a darker orange, and the orange that I'm using is YR09, and it's the Chinese orange, I think is what it says. I can read. Okay, I guess I could use those. Oops. And so that's the door. So now my door is done. For the little ghost, I used the Viva Pearl Pen for the mouth and the eyes. And so you can do that. Like I said, I probably won't have time in this video to do all that, because now we're going to go ahead and start gluing. So let's go ahead and get the tree. I'm going to grab my tree, my walkway, and my grass. Okay, and so for the grass, the piece goes like this. It's a little sticky right now. It's not dry all the way. Whoop. Okay, so I just add some glue to the back of the tree. You don't want to add too much, but you're going to add, let's see if I can get it, to these little, you can just rub the glue around so you don't have to squeeze it out, and hopefully this will stick. Okay. Could just move that a tad. This is just for the color behind the tree. Usually I'll let that dry. Whoops. But I'm not going to have time to do that. So let's just grab the grass. So the grass is right here. Now I'm going to go back to my tree. Usually I'd let it dry a little bit, you know, and work on some other pieces. But since I'm doing the video, I can't really do that. So I'm going to add some more glue to the bottom of that black and the tree, and then go ahead and set that on the grass. Whoops. See, and I added a little too much glue. It's okay. Usually what I do is I take a rag. I keep an old rag down here, and you can just grab the rest of the glue like that. I try not to use too much glue, but sometimes you do, and that's okay. Just dab up the rest. Okay, and now for the door. Oh, and I hope my camera doesn't die. Oh my gosh, I'm in the red. I could see. Oh no. Okay, so for the door, I'm just gluing the back part of that and adding it. With clean hands, you might want to do that. Mine, for some reason, have a little bit of black on them. And then your walkway is next. And just add a little glue to that. I had a feeling I wouldn't have too much time to, on my video, to do all the other pieces. But this gives you an idea of how to get your other pieces done, so if you choose to use this technique. Oops. And there you have it. And then you can just add, if you want to add your ghost, and there's bats and so on. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope you enjoyed today's airbrushing video, and have a nice day.